I've been so excited to talk about this. We're finally ready to talk about our wedding. We haven't just because like, one, we didn't have the content back. And I'm kind of like a type A personality. And I was like, I'm not sharing anything unless I know if it's the best.
Well, we just wanted to sit on it for a second too, you know, just have the experience and then be able to have a little bit of peace afterwards.
And it was really nice to just like figure out how to be married without like the external pressure or like whatever comments or anything. I don't know.
Newsflash. We still haven't figured it out.
It's true.
Kidding.
What we did figure out though was how to put on an incredible wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm like so thrilled to talk you through the day because it was magical.
It was amazing.
It was incredible. Should we start at the beginning?
Yeah.
In the morning? So I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. the night before and I woke up at like 7. So I was working on like 4 hours of sleep. I had like my final run through for the dance that I did that we'll talk about later. I surprised him with the performance.
He did a horrible job.
Hey,
Just kidding.
it was amazing. You know what happened that morning? I went to get my my cuticles cut and I just walked in and I was like, hey, can you like make my nails look prettier? Because I figured there'd be like the
ring shots
photos.
and stuff.
I walked in, they're like, sorry, sir, if you don't have an appointment, we can't do it. And I was like, ugh. But then this girl that I know that I haven't seen in like 10 years was there. Her and her family were invited to the wedding. And so she gets up and she goes, nope, he's getting married today. Cancel my appointment. And she was like, good luck. And she just left. And I was like, I guess I get her slot.
There's an appointment available?
Anyway, that was really cute. But I like finished up my vows and then did my dance thing and then went to start getting ready. And you were still asleep.
I was late. In hindsight, I would have done things differently. I decided that it was important for me to be rested, so I tried to sleep in. I didn't get very much sleep the night before, but I woke up in the morning and wrote my vows the morning of, and I kind of put that off because I knew that was going to be easy for me because I knew exactly what I wanted to say. And it was easy, but it did take a little bit longer than I anticipated.
Everything takes longer than Ryan anticipates.
I was an hour late leaving the house. On top of that, there were 3 accidents all the way up the highway. Our friend Jared, who helped us out infinitely with our wedding, like, he's amazing, was driving me up there and he's like, I will drive on the shoulder. He's like, I've got run flat tires, I will drive on the shoulder. He's like, I don't care if all 4 tires pop. And I'm like, you're not doing that. So I was
You should have had him do that.
I was 2 hours late.
You were like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, it wasn't that bad.
I was losing my mind. I knew he would be late, but 2.5 hours on the wedding day.
It was late to get ready. It wasn't late for the wedding itself. So it's not like everyone was sitting in their seats, the music playing, and they were waiting on me. That didn't happen. Late to get ready.
So in the meantime, we'd booked a room at the Grand America Hotel to like get ready in and like have some people there. So our photographer was there. Actually, right before that, I had to go like help set up the cake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to show it to you. It was so pretty. I cried when I saw the cake. That's the first time that it really hit me that like, this is my wedding.
The cake is what did it?
Of course it was the cake. The beef cake. And my cake. People were amazing. Like our families and friends had like woken up super early and brought all the decorations. The florist was there and I was seeing my vision come together. I guess our vision.
We had a few of our friends put the word out that we might need a little bit of help setting up and people just dropped everything and showed up to help set up. Because we had a few candelabras that needed to be put up.
44.
That took a long time
Each
because
of them had 20 pieces.
21 pieces. They got it all done before the wedding. We wouldn't have been able to.
I like owe so much. I don't even know who they were. There was never like a list of who.
I know.
Like, thank you.
Seriously, this event wouldn't have happened without your help.
The photographer came, you came. We did a bunch of like getting ready shots there at the Grand America in that room. We can throw some up. And it was nice. We just like listened to music and had a little moment.
It was cute.
It was cute.
It was, yeah.
And you looked so handsome.
Thank you. So did you.
So we arrived at the venue and like a lot of people are already there because they came early and we're there like really late. So we got our like couple shots done, but that was kind of awkward because there were like people showing up, saw us in our outfits because nobody knew what we were going to wear. We took some family shots.
We did.
And
it was amazing actually because we knew it could have been a stretch putting out our dress code. We put on the invitation like black tie formal. It made me feel really good that people were willing to like put themselves out to come to our event.
Us getting married was an impossibility for most of our lives. Like literally it wasn't even legal. On top of that, like the impossibility of like our religious background and our culture, just like I never thought I'd be able to get married. That's why we wanted to make it like feel like an event. And it was really, really meaningful that other people honored that.
We had an interesting idea just because of the shape of the room. If you've never been in the Utah State Capitol, it is like there's a round area called the Rotunda right in the center.
Underneath the dome.
And the dome is right above it. And so we thought it would be cool to commission a raised platform for the center of the room right underneath the dome that we could stand on to get married. And we just thought that that would be really cool to have all of our friends and family. We are struggling. All of our friends and family sitting around us in a circle so that we could just, you know, pan and look and see all these people who love and support us just like all around us.
Really came together to set a really spiritual, sacred, like important tone to the ceremony. The reason we chose the Capitol is I remember a conversation like so many months ago where I was like, I want to get married in a place that like represents us. It needs to be like spiritual and feel important and like kind of be political and also big enough. And he was like, so the Utah State Capitol. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're a genius. So right before the ceremony, I don't even know if you know this happened.
Oh no.
But I was feeling overwhelmed, like getting married's scary, and I grabbed my siblings, my 4 siblings, I'm the middle of 5, and my 2 best friends. I just like grabbed them and huddled them into a corner, and we all like held hands and like said a prayer together.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cute.
Oh, I was sobbing. Then we walked up, and the way the ceremony started was with each of us walking down either staircase. Very dramatic moment. Such a good idea. And I even ordered spotlights. So we had like spotlight operators. And so I was up there hiding. Nobody could see me, but I could see you like far across the room through like this little pillar. Mm-hmm. And we could see almost everyone we love in a circle, dressed to the nines, all in black, looking so classy.
It was very surreal just to look down at like
teachers and professors and friends and family,
just people that I never would thought would be in the same room
religious
together.
Leaders, and
they were there to support us. It was really beautiful.
And then it was time for the ceremony to start.
So like Charlie said, we could kind of see each other behind the pillar, and we had a signal when a certain song would start playing. We would both walk down at the same time to the platform before you start going down the main stairs. And so we walked down both sides to the platform, and we're looking across at each other, and I lost it. And I never recovered.
He cried the whole ceremony.
It caught me so off guard because I thought Charlie was the one who was going to be like a blubbering mess the whole time.
Well, and how could you not know? Like the power in that room.
And I don't think I had realized all of the pent up stress and energy that I had in my body that I had been pushing down for weeks. It feels different than like a heterosexual couple getting married.
Explain.
Just because like there's so much more shame that we have in our experience. We are putting ourselves out there when we come out, and we don't know if people are going to accept us and love us for who we are. And so this is like a huge moment where we've put out there that we love each other, and then we're deciding to get married. Like for a lot of people, that's like drawing a line in the sand. And so to look down and see all these people that I care so much about, and they decided to be there. I'm getting emotional.
Me too, actually.
It was just like little boy Ryan that looked down and saw family members and church leaders and just people that, you know, like they were there for me growing up, and they didn't know it a lot of the time and what their interactions meant. Then they were there for real.
We each chose songs that represent like us and our love for the other, and our pianist is so talented. His name's Jesse Wright, and he like merged them into Pachelbel's canon. And then we stood up onto this platform and like circled each other and came together, and then that's when the ceremony started.
Mm-hmm. I was still crying.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
There were so many special elements to this event. We had our good friend Alexis Bradley do the first part of the ceremony.
I wrote the ceremony script. I spent a long time on it, and I really wanted it to feel like as important as it is to me and to us. She did a fantastic job, like introducing us and telling our story, and like pulling in like religious imagery that is so important to us, and applying it to our relationship. She's just a very like inclusive, welcoming, almost like motherly type aunt.
Her presence is so
Powerful.
warm. I guess that the two words we just said, like the marrying of those two words together in one person, that shows how beautiful of a person she is, that you can be powerful and warm and motherly and just embracing, and that's exactly the kind of person that we wanted to be on stage with us during this.
You have overcome obstacles, resistance, stress, and rocky terrain together already. And yet here you both are, choosing each other, choosing wonder, choosing connection, choosing love. You have both worked hard, you have sacrificed so much, and today you finally get to step into the sacred love and commitment of marriage.
You're a good writer.
Thank you. So from there, she like finished her portion, and then we had one of the Utah Supreme Court justices. He solemnized the marriage. And so when he was there, we exchanged our vows. We should probably talk about that a little bit.
I was still crying.
Ryan, your vows were amazing. You don't understand how perfect they were for me. I wasn't nervous at this point, you know, but like if I had any reservation, like the things you said communicated so clearly to me that you love and understand me. I was like, this man knows me better than anyone else in the world. And like, I trust my heart with him.
Thank you.
I mean it.
I love you.
As I found in your heart, I have found that it was a precious moment of life. Hope and love.
It was worth being 2.5 hours late.
We do know each other so well, and we care about each other so much.
Yeah.
And so it was just easy to just have the words kind of just fall out onto the page.
You know
it
what else?
was not easy to read them.
You know what else fell out onto the page? Tears.
All of them.
vulnerable.
I still feel a little bit of embarrassment. I realized that it was like, it's my moment, it's my wedding, like I can cry through the whole thing if I want to. But I was blubbering like all the way through the vows, and it was just struggling to get it out. But it was such a beautiful moment too, but I just wanted to get the words out. I've never had an experience like that where I was so overcome with emotion that I couldn't speak.
I left you speechless. For my vows, honestly, for me, it was love at first sight when I met you. Like, something changed in me. And from the minute I met Ryan, I'd been keeping a list of things I liked about him, which turned into things I loved about him pretty quickly.
And when you gave me your hopelessly awkward first kiss,
And I never told him about the list. And so, you know, for years I'd been keeping track of these things. And so I curated a selection of them and read them as my vows.
you always smell like hair cream and spearmint milk.
It was special. It was just, just thinking about it, it was so good.
One of my favorite parts was I had this idea to because I really wanted to include our families, and they were so integral in our lives and our stories and in each other, and they've just so fully accepted. I have always felt part of your family.
Yeah, and I've always felt part of yours.
Yeah, and so I wanted to give them an opportunity to kind of participate in the marriage ceremony. And so the officiant allowed them to it ended up putting their hands over their hearts to symbolically accept each other into the family. Mm-hmm. And that was cool too, just
It was beautiful to look down and see your family, you know, making a gesture that represented how much they support us and love
you're one
me.
of us now.
Yeah, and just
you are part of our family.
it's beautiful.
Those 30 minutes of ceremony it was the highest, most pure experience of my life.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we got married. We said our legal vows, and we got to kiss in front of everyone.
Yep.
And it was just surreal.
It was.
It was very, very surreal.
It was as much as it was stressful and emotional, it was magical.
I love you.
I love you too.